Happening now, new concerns about the impact Obamacare is having on the workforce. Under the Affordable Care Act, employers, including state and local governments, will be required to offer health care coverage to employees who work at least 30 hours a week. That begins in 2015. Take a look at this map. It shows a number of local governments reportedly cutting hours for their part-time workers to avoid paying extra costs under Obamacare. In a statement to the Washington Post, White House Council of Economic Advisors Chair Jason Furman says since the ACA, Affordable Care Act, became law, nearly 90% of the gain in employment has been in full-time positions. Furthermore, the law is helping make health insurance coverage more affordable, which supports job growth. Joining us now, Monica Crowley, a Fox News contributor and author. Joe Trippi, former Howard Dean campaign manager and Fox News contributor, is also with us, and I suspect that they don't see this issue the same way. So, Monica, to you first. What about what Jason Furman has to say from the White House? 90% of the job growth, he says, is in full-time position.
Well, this is a desperate kind of spin coming out of the White House. They know that Obamacare, contrary to what they claimed at the time when it was signed into law 3 years ago, is increasingly unpopular. They also know that as more and more American people and American businesses understand what actually is required by this law, the more they hate it and the more consequences are kicking in as we get closer to full implementation. It's not just local governments. We have private sector businesses across the board, big businesses, small businesses, reducing hours and laying off workers because they cannot afford the increased costs associated with Obamacare.
When I first saw the headline, Joe, I wondered whether these were a bunch of red state counties that were sort of trying to sabotage Obamacare by laying off workers and thereby making headlines. But one of them, for instance, cited in this article is Middleton Township, New Jersey. I mean, they are reducing the hours that their employees work so they can make them part-time so they don't have to pay for Obamacare coverage for them.
Well, what's happening is, I mean, first of all, healthcare costs have been increasing every year, and they would be anyway. The fact is the Obamacare has actually bent the curve. It's now going, cost rising, it's actually rising a lot slower than it was. These counties and cities would have to be laying off or cutting back on hours anyway, actually a lot more people, a lot more hours, if you didn't have that cost curve bending. So I think, again, it is, I agree with Monica, look, the thing's becoming more unpopular as we get closer to full implementation. That's always the right time to make the arguments, because if you don't stop a program like this before it gets fully implemented, it's very hard to pull it back. So, I'm not arguing about the unpopularity. I think Monica's actually right about that. I think it's way too early to see the consequences. It was going up 8% a year. Since Obamacare, healthcare costs have been going up 5%. They're now going to go up 4% projected for next year. So that it's still rising, but much slower than it was before Obamacare.
But there is the arbitrariness that didn't exist under private health care laws, that we had before. This arbitrary 50 person figure. Once you're employing 50 people, you're considered a large company, or I suppose maybe a government agency, and you have to provide so many of the features under Obamacare that you otherwise wouldn't have had.
Right, which is a huge disincentive for companies that are sort of mid-sized to actually hire people.
Right.
This is why we've seen businesses really of all sizes, but especially small and mid-sized businesses putting a brake on hiring. Look, this is all individuals and businesses acting economically rationally. They see what's coming down the pike and they're saying we can't afford these new costs, so how do we make it up? Well, we're going to start cutting hours so that we aren't incurring the new costs, or we're not going to hire people. And that has a huge consequence to the broader economy.
But what about Joe's point that the costs are actually going down because of Obamacare?
Well, that remains to be seen for now, because every time the government intervenes in any part of the economy, it warps the incentives. It warps market forces. This is socialized medicine. This may be a temporary break, but you know that costs and taxes are going to explode to support this whole socialized medicine scheme.
So far, the curve's been bending down. But the other thing is the analysts at Moody's Moody's came out, I think, yesterday or the day before, and reported they were looking for exactly what Monica was talking about, looking for employers cutting workers in the private sector. This is private sector. Looked for it, thought they were going to see it, have not seen that happen yet.
Well, but wait a minute. We have big private sector companies like the Darden Restaurant Group, Regal Entertainment Group, Forever 21, UPS now saying they're going to stop providing health insurance to people whose spouses also have health insurance. So this is ricocheting throughout the broader economy, and this is just the tip of the iceberg.
It is 20% of the economy. We're
going to have to continue this discussion another day with you two, obviously. Good discussion. Thanks very much, Monica Crowley.
Pleasure.
Good to be with you.
Heather.